So for tonight's video, we are going to go over our first couple steps of building a train and how we get to the sizes and where to position everything. From there, we're going to discuss our bridge, how we modified it for a show that we just had. And we are also going to go over a graveyard.
Hey everybody, it's Joe.
And it's Brad. Welcome back.
Another week, another fun stuff to go over.
Yes. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, let's talk about the bridge because we just came back from the Idaho Falls train show. Well, I came back from it.
Yeah, I couldn't go.
This guy. But we took Brad's bridge. It is the official name of this. We can link up here, one of these corners, to the videos that you've done of making. Did you actually build this up?
No, I just showed how it was built and constructed. So that's it.
Okay. One of the things of why we have it on the table after the show, and this is going to be a surprise for Brad also, is that we had to make a slight modification to your bridge.
Nice.
The first one after being used, I don't know what, like 10 times, 20 times, something like that, by being borrowed that many times. I think this is the first modification that's been had to, that was made to it. So, to get right to the point of what we were working on, this section down here, it sits right in there so that when the bridge slides in, it doesn't move. You only have a gap here because I'm dropping it, but so it doesn't move and everything's lined up perfectly, which works great. But what we ran into was that the tolerance on this was extremely tight, which is fine.
Yeah.
Except for when the tables weren't quite right.
Okay.
And in fact, they were a little bit tight, so like we'd have to actually kind of shove the table apart to slide it down in most of the time. But because they weren't quite right, there was 1x2s. See if I can get this off with my finger. There we go. 1x2s that sat right here on the end and gives you one stud of space between this little piece here and the plate down below. So we found that because they weren't lined up straight, these pieces were just off just enough. And so as soon as we pulled the 1x2s off, popped right down, everything stayed aligned perfectly. But whatever reason, that was just giving us a little bit of trouble.
And what? Tables never really line up? Are you sure? I mean, come on. That's just.
I don't know. You line them up pretty perfect. I guess we didn't do so hot of a job.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. That's awesome. That's good to know.
Yeah, even with it removed, worked great.
Good, good. Okay.
So.
Well, add that to the list, huh? Always fixing something, making it better.
Yeah, yeah. And I did have one instance where I think because that piece was there and pieces got separated a little bit, this actually stuck to the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of those. I'm trying to get it in. Like I pulled this one out right, and then put this one in its place.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I had this nice little jump. If
At least one brick high, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And except it was facing the wrong direction. And so it was one of those, like, I'm trying to get it in, nothing's sitting, the train's coming, I grabbed the train, I'm like, okay, cool, I got it stopped. And then I almost had the other one fly off the table. Because I was like, cool, I got the one train stopped. And I totally forgot about the other one until it was like right there. I was like, oh, grab that one. And
that's awesome.
Oh, it was great. So yeah, your bridge, the Brad's bridge.
The Brad bridge.
Works wonderfully.
Just always improving. Okay, always better to make it better, so.
And if you've built this bridge, comment down below. Because,
we like to know, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
I heard some people talking about making little side things for it.
Yep. Little rails. I want to do that just to help keep just that, it's kind of nerve-wracking to have this thing, what, 2.5 feet over the ground, or yeah, off the ground, and the train goes over it, and that's it. That's all that's on there. And you're just like, this, something just fell over. That'd be it. So
one of these days we'll get a 10 wide train, and we gotta get some pictures of the 10 wide sitting over it.
Well, that's my big boy. It's like 10 wide on the pistons on the front. So
all right,
yeah, it's even scarier. So awesome. Okay, well, Joe and I, we also ended up in the Lego store this week. That's right. You got any stories about that?
They kicked us out, more or less.
Yes, they did. They actually did. They actually asked us to leave. And I think they even bribed. Did they not?
Did they bribe us?
They did bribe me to leave, actually. So that was actually pretty good. So anyway, yeah, more about that.
Yeah, so I get to the store. These aren't the bags from the store, but here, you can have a prop. You want to hold a prop?
Okay, I'll hold the prop.
Okay. I get to the store. I don't remember why I went.
It's all right. Just a bridge. Bridge down.
And it was in relation to the bridge, because I couldn't remember if you were building another one or what the panels were for. The 1x6x5 panels. So I give this guy a call. I'm like, hey, they got them here. Do you still want them, etc.?
Yeah, definitely.
And then I think you
made a mad dash.
Yeah, 90 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah, I was there in 15 minutes. He told me they closed at 9. They don't close at 9.
No, they don't. So we're doing our thing, putting stuff in a cup and
counting all the pieces and sticking it all in the corners and
yeah. So like 7:55 or something. They're like, hey guys, we're closing. Your cup was what, half full at that point?
Well, I had 2 full cups, 2 not full cups. Yeah. So I kind of, talked them into just kind of said, hey, I can get this much into the cups, but I have to stack it all. Can I just grab a couple handfuls? And they said, sure. So we got a couple extra handfuls, threw them in the cups, well, in a bag, and yeah, proceeded for checkout.
Yeah, that was. They bribed us with Lego. I'm not going to say no.
No, definitely not. So I was just a few dollars short from their little, their special.
Yeah, their gift with purchase.
Yeah. So they kind of threw that into because I was throwing a fit. But, who hasn't seen a grown man cry in the Lego store? I mean, seriously.
Well, usually it's happy cries.
Yeah, usually.
Is the Buccaneer? Is that the name of it?
The Castaway.
Castaway.
So
close.
Yes.
Castaway set. I spent like $250 or something, so I qualified for it. But then I think you were like
I spent like
short.
Yeah, I was like 115. I think I spent 120.
And so I was like, oh, take my PAB cups off my purchase, and I'll just have Brad purchase some. He can get the gift with purchase. So I, shout out to the what store is that? Just the West.
This is Fashion Place.
Yeah. Fashion Place store.
Yeah.
They're always amazing.
They are. So I can't remember the lady's name that actually helped us, but she was just like, you know what, we want to go home. We don't want to do the cash register thing. Like, here, just take the other set. Please leave the store. We want to go home. So that's basically our trip. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I don't think it's the first time I've been kicked out of the Lego store, though, sadly. Putting all the bricks in, trying to stack them all up and whatnot, and then you spend 3 hours. And,
oh, yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Tonight, I bought up the rest of their shields. Ooh, I don't want to put all those back.
Ah.
So, I went there tonight for other stuff in that bag, and they had a cup and a half of these shields sitting on the counter. Usually when it ends up on the counter, it's the last place that they go before the very, very end remnants end up in the mixed all together bin.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's like one piece that has been on the wall in the last 2-3 months, and you just need like one, two of them, or something like that. There is a chance that that piece is in that.
Throw together bin.
Mm-hmm. So that can be today's Lego tip. Find
Actually,
the
is
piece
a
you
good
need.
tip.
Yeah. You might have to dump out like the entire bin, but it could be in there. So, yeah, I saw these and I'm like, roof
Definitely.
tile. I don't make many buildings, but a whole cup of them I can.
Roof tile, signs. I've seen it for signs on buildings, paneling. Yeah, lots of different uses. Okay,
Yeah, my other fun. Oh, this piece.
this is the piece he actually went for today.
Yeah,
Today.
that's the piece I went for. I know you can't even see that. I'll put an overlay on the screen. 1x1 round brick. Is it actually called a brick?
It is round brick.
Okay, round brick.
Yeah.
Clear. So I'll give you the. It's not like an insider tip, but it's kind of like, you know, people build things and they don't necessarily like advertise it until it's done, and they're like, oh, I made this thing.
Yeah.
So the insider thing of what I'm doing with this is actually using this and 1x2 clear bricks and making them in circles, making a long, round, clear thingy that's going to have a light shining up through it so that it
Oh, nice.
lights up the whole cylinder. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
Cylinder. So I had to buy 630 times 2, 1300-ish. I needed 1300-ish total of these for the project I'm working on. I had 300 at home, so I'm like, yep, I need a cup.
I'm not. Is that? Are you sure that's enough of them in there? That's 1,300
Yes.
of them.
A cup is about the cup is about 1,000. So I bought a cup and then some because I had 1,300. I should have probably 1,500. I'm not going to count them. Because this right here, what we were seeing in here, that's like up to here, that's the second cup.
I was gonna say, when in doubt, buy 2 cups, not just
Yes.
1 cup. Buy 2 cups.
I'd seen this piece too.
I have never.
So this was on the wall. A 1x1 brick, purple with sparkles, glitter, something.
Yeah, like metal sparkles in it.
I don't think that I'd be seeing this on the wall anytime soon again. So I grabbed like half a cup of these,
Huh?
and I'm thinking maybe I can like backlight it, doing something.
Yeah. Shooting light up through that or through the back of it or something. That would actually look really cool.
Yeah, that's the hall. Gonna put that on that corner maybe.
That'll work.
And just hopefully we don't spill.
1,300 piece pickup.
Way worse than 52 card pickup.
Way worse. Okay.
But before I start building, what are you
Tonight,
seeing over here?
as promised from the last video, I'm going to show you the first couple steps on building a train. I've kind of picked one out, so that's tonight's project for me. Just like a rough draft on how you do it. I'll take you through on the computer, show you how I pick a train, how to get it sized right, and to actually just kind of get the rough dimensions and where to start. So that's what I'm doing tonight. How about you, Joe?
For the lug meeting, if you're not familiar, I guess I should say the ULUG meeting, for the LEGO user group that we're part of, we do, as of recently, themes for every month. So you can bring whatever you want to show and tell at the meeting, but for the theme for October, I think in September somebody shouted out, like, let's do spooky! So we're doing spooky.
Okay.
And I brought some skeletons and some other stuff to make a graveyard. So I know, crazy original and whatnot, but that's what I'm going to work to bring in like 2 days to our love meeting.
Oh, nice. Nice. See a master at hand.
Something like that. I guess that's movie magic. Because now we jumped ahead and it's already done.
Right? This is what we did tonight. So we'll have a link to this. Go and jump to it. Somewhere.
Up here.
We'll make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Went into some pretty good detail of how that's put together. So if you're interested in making your train. Now, is this one of the shortest engines that you've ever made?
Yes, this is very short. It's going to have just one motor because I can't fit two in the battery box. So this is going to be the switcher, so it's not made to pull a lot of cars at once. It's made to pull, you know, just a couple at a time. So this will actually work just fine. Yep.
We could use that this last weekend because Clayton's engine got stuck in a tricky spot, and I have an engine. Well, it's not an engine; it's a boxcar. But I put the battery pack and the motor inside the boxcar, and so it was kind of funny watching this little boxcar go woo, all the way around the track just to go get his engine and push it out from where it was stuck.
Gotta have the tow company come out and help him out. Yep, it's happened before.
Yeah, something like this is ideal for looking correct.
Correct. Yes. So, and yes, it will. We will progress on from here in other videos, but this is the first start.
Ooh, they had spiders. Not today. Was that yesterday? It was yesterday, wasn't it? It's when you were drinking and cackling. They had spiders on the wall, which was interesting because they have spiders in the build a minifig before they had them on the wall. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
I didn't even know you were going to be wearing that shirt tonight.
I thought there was something on.
Yeah.
I've had complaints.
Complaints?
Yeah, no shirt.
If you've not been shirtless. Wait a minute.
It's not just on here, it's just in life in general.
Well, somehow I've got to go from this to a graveyard.
That's you, master. There
Done.
you go.
Done. Alright, and I've got skeletons too. So, Lego doesn't want you talking about this thing where you can buy bulk for the lug.
Yep.
But you know, it's a thing.
It's a hush-hush thing.
And that's where I got my ring of skeletons. I thought about doing something like a creepy necklace or something.
There you go.
Because I got enough that I could.
That's only $500 necklace. That's all.
So, I don't know. You could build something out of some skeletons if you wanted to keep your hands busy while I'm starting the best with a graveyard. Where did my jumpers go? There it is. I don't think graveyards normally have sand that they bury people in, though.
True. Do you want the green one?
Oh, it's good. I don't usually take apart the stuff that I build. You can move forward.
No, you're good.
All right. But this might be one of those that when I'm done, it's just going to come apart anyway. You have anything planned for the lug meeting?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it, but I'm going to try. That's in 2 days. So, we're going to see here.
That sounds like blasphemy to me, that you're not going to be there.
I know, right?
These little, I think, well, okay, not all of what I got, but a lot of what I got here came off the wall at the Lego store. These little grass things. I got gobs of those. I have this bad habit of buying too much of what I think I might need at the Lego store. I've just, like, Ziploc bags. If you don't have Ziploc bags of stuff, go to the Lego store, see something that you maybe need, and just buy it.
Oh yeah, because even if you need one cup, better get two. Always need more.
I'm not so sure that I can call this like a masterful work though. You were saying something about a master at work, and maybe.
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's all in the eye of the beholder. Some people say it's not good. Other people, you know, you're willing to pay $1 million for it. So.
That's true, and that brings up a good point. I have a firm belief in Lego is art. And so if you got, you know, something that you've made, you know, whether it be something simple or something that somebody's going to pay hundreds of dollars for, Lego is art. And your depiction of something, being entirely, you know, something that you've created. That's not sticking. Why is that not sticking? It's almost like it. Whoa.
That is defective.
Might be, yeah. Oh, the things that you make is art.
It's art. Maybe we should start calling this art time.
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
I don't know if I don't know. I'm not about to paint and use crayons though.
No, definitely not.
I think I'm going to put this on a bracket one day.
Okay, Joe. There's my Halloween right there. He's smashing spiders on a conveyor belt.
I think that's worthy to be bringing to the next meeting.
You think?
Simple, to the point, hysterical.
All right. There's my 5 minutes at arts and crafts. How are you doing over there?
I'm getting there. This is like, do I need to speed up, make it really tall, just to use up some of these brick? Ooh, I'm going to switch one of them out when I get home. I'm going to put a bracket in here. Put one of these shields on it.
I'll hook you up, buddy. Keep going.
Okay. Am I still in frame for where I'm at? Okay, yep, we're good. Oh, it keeps falling off. I'm right at the edge. I'm going to move that forward by one. Now, one thing I've also noticed, speaking of like PAB wall and all that, a lot of what you can make is dependent on what's in your collection, right? So I could totally increase the variety of pieces that I have on here, but that's also totally dependent on what I have. So if I hadn't have gone to the PAB wall, I probably wouldn't have had these green pieces. I know I wouldn't have had this many of these little purple flowers that I was going to throw on all of this stuff. And I know that some people will build specifically off of their Bricklink orders.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that way. I will buy a lot of what I don't need and then use it potentially later.
Well, I know a lot of people that will actually design this on Studio, order the parts, and that's it. They don't buy any extra or anything else.
What kind are you?
I just throw everything together like this and see what parts I have and don't have.
Oh yeah, now it's in frame. I don't think it was in frame before.
It wasn't before.
Okay.
I slid it over. This is my montage for Halloween.
It's appropriate. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think a lot of the people that buy off of Bricklink, specifically for what they're looking for, they end up getting converted into, well, maybe not converted, but they end up getting extra pieces enough over time that they just have a big supply and then have to figure out sorting it later on years down the road?
No, actually, I think that it goes lots of different ways. I know of people that once they build it and they're done with their creation, they basically just throw it in a box and it stays in the box. They'll never sort it, they'll never reuse it. It's not worth their time. And they will it is just done. I know of other people that they love sorting and they would much rather sort and just keep reusing everything they got.
You actually know somebody that loves to sort?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Then there's other people like me that I've just got a little bit of everything, and when I build something, it's going to be multicolored and kind of non-functional for a while till I buy the correct pieces. But that way I don't buy a lot of extra and never ever use it. I like to just know what I'm buying, build it, know what I need, and buy it. And I always buy a little extra when I do it too, so I have more pieces for next time. So I know of quite a few guys who do shows that actually they'll design everything on the computer, and that is all they buy. They don't buy one extra piece at all. So that's it.
Now what about, okay, you design in studio. I'm trying to make it look like he's been attacked, kind of through his body, whatever. I hope you can see that. Design in studio.
He's the guy with the crowbar.
Okay. We're gonna put him like this. He's attacking the guy right in front of him. There. Multi-angle attack. How often do you think it happens that people buy just what they need off Bricklink? They do, say, a show, or they do anything like that, and then they donate it to the thrift store or list it on Marketplace, and
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. I've heard of people buying only what they need, build it, and then probably never see the light of day again after that. They never resort it or anything. They just put it on a shelf somewhere in their house, and that's it. I've never heard of them getting rid of it and starting over again. Never heard of that.
I lost a spider. Well, I haven't either. But I was just curious, because you do find boxes of Lego sometimes at random places. Whether it be someone's estate, you know, after the fact. And
I think it's for those people that turn, you know, you can only play with Lego till you're 99, and then after that you can't. So I think it's for those people.
that's a good point.
So when you turn 100 years old, you have to just donate it.
I gotta fake my birth certificate and however many years. I'm not sure I can fit much more on there. I mean, I could. But that might be decent for a little, how long did it take me? 5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Something? Oh, I gotta have one guy holding this guy in the back. How's that gonna, his arm doesn't go the right way. How's that gonna work?
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, that's alright.
You got to order different arms, buddy.
I do have some other arms at home. Maybe I'll switch them out then.
Yeah, because
That
they're
way
all
you
the
can
same.
dig it out. Yeah. Alright, that's the quick build for the evening.
There you go.